It's NowIamNappy and I'm back for another Tip Tuesday. Now this week we are going to be making a DIY gentle shampoo because y'all, I realized I've made deep conditioners, leave-ins, moisturizer, creams, gels, but haven't really delved into the shampoo area. Now I do have videos on my page using Aretha, Shikakai, and other cleansers. Some of you guys have complained about using the raw herbs because you find it to be either too gritty or too drying. So I thought I would do like this combination video for you guys on a nice DIY gentle cleanser using some of the herbs that we've already talked about. So for the first herb we're going to talk about is obviously hibiscus, because we've kind of been on a little hibiscus theme for the last couple of weeks. Hibiscus is great as a gentle cleanser, has conditioning properties. It gives your hair amazing shine as well. The next herb, though, I'm actually going to break out from the Aretha thing that everyone always does. Aretha can be a very strong or harsh cleanser. So I actually want to switch that out and use Haritaki, which is an amazing detoxifying Ayurvedic herb. Now I did a video on this I think a year and a half ago, you guys. And this herb has wonderful properties for healing. It has antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial. It's great on your skin and acts like a toner, a gentle toner for your hair. It binds the dirt and oils in your hair strand and gently rinses it away when you use it. It has also a number of amazing properties. So I definitely recommend you watch that video up here, and I'll link in the description box down below as well when you're done with this video. And of course, we're definitely going to be using Shikakai because it contains natural saponins in it. Now the saponins act as soap or foaming agents, and that helps to cleanse our dirt. It binds the dirt and oils in our hair strand, and then they're gently removed and rinsed away. So amazing properties. And then next we're going to be using Neem, and I just love Neem because it is a regenerative herb that helps to fight thinning hair and baldness. It is also rich in antimicrobial, antifungal, antibacteria. It is one of the few herbs that can help fight lice, dandruff, and a number of other skin issues. So it also contains saponins, which actually helps to fight those particular bacteria and funguses away, okay? So this is gonna be a nice, gentle cleanser. So y'all, I'm gonna introduce you guys into this nice emulsifier or stabilizer, and that is Stearic Acid. It is a fatty wax acid, and it's what we're gonna use to help bind our oil and water phase together. It is great, and a lot of people use this in liquid soaps and in hard soaps because it is a thickener. So you know when you pour, if you just use like a tea rinse or something, you pour, it just pours everywhere. Well, this helps to thicken that recipe up, and so that way you don't lose a lot of your product while washing your hair. Now, Stearic Acid can also create a nice little lather or foam, and it also has some conditioning properties. So again, this goes right with our theme of having a gentle cleanser, y'all. So let's jump in and go ahead and get to mixing. Now you're gonna need a little bit of time with this recipe, so I definitely recommend you start this at least 12 hours before you plan on shampooing your hair. All right, so let's jump in and get started. So we will begin our mixture with 2 cups of boiling distilled water. We're going to add 2 tea bags of our hibiscus tea to the water and let steep for about 10 minutes. Next, we're going to go in with our Shikakai and add about 6 teaspoons. Then we'll move right on to our neem powder and add about 2 teaspoons of neem. Finally, for our wonderful Haritaki powder, and let's go ahead and add about 5 or 6 teaspoons as well of this. Now, once your tea has finished brewing, it should be a nice, rich red color. Go in and slowly pour the tea over the herbs. Stir it until all the herbs are hydrated, and pour all of it, even if it's in excess, as we're going to use that as part of our shampoo process. And notice how the saponins in the herbs allow a bit of foaming and bubbles. Continue stirring your mixture and then let it rest for a minimum of 10 to 12 hours. So after about 12 hours, notice how rich the water looks. It's like a dark reddish brown color. That means the herbs have infused into the water. So we can go ahead and strain this using a coffee filter. Now, y'all, I don't have a coffee machine, so I'm just using this way. If you heat it up a little bit, it will help speed up the process. So I'm going to go ahead and strain this and then begin with my oil phase first, since I'm letting this drip. So go in with 16 grams of stearic acid. Then I'm going to use my Ayurvedic hair oil and use 10 grams of the oil. And then I'm going to be using Babassu oil. I'm going to add 6 grams of that. I'm choosing Babassu oil because I want an oil that can easily penetrate the hair to give as much nutrients as quickly as possible. Now that my oil phase is finished, I'm going to move on to my water phase. And I'm going to weigh out 146 grams of my Ayurvedic herbal water. And then I'm going to weigh out 6 grams of honey, followed by 10 grams of glycerin. Okay, so that's it. We're keeping this as simple as possible. And let's go ahead and move right on to the stove for our double boiler. All right, so we're going to heat this up for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to move right on to the emulsification process. Now, again, stearic acid is not a super strong emulsifier. So stearic acid is not a very strong emulsifier. Usually it's a co-emulsifier, so you usually add it. So you add it with another emulsifying agent, which is why I'll be adding some xantham gum. Now, you could add the xantham gum to the water phase at the beginning, which I probably should have done, but I'll be adding it at the end of this recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and blend. And you'll start to notice that the foamy, soapy bubbles start to form right up top here. Again, this is very, very liquidy. It will get thicker as you add it to the fridge, but I'm going to go in with, and I'm going to guesstimate, this is probably 0.3 grams of xanthan gum. You can also use guar gum if you have that as an alternative. Go ahead and whip that. You'll notice your mixture starts to get thick. You'll also start to see a little bit of the stearic acid coming forth, and it's a little bit shiny, and it can lead to like little specks into your mixture, but that's fine. Go ahead and put it into the fridge for about 15 minutes and let the mixture cool down. Once that's cool enough, take that out of the fridge and notice how the mixture has thickened up very nicely. Notice how beautiful it is. I'm going to whip it just one more time to make sure everything is combined. It's really good to continue stirring your stearic acid as it cools down to help it to blend and emulsify better. All right, so now I'm going to go in with some essential oils, and I'm going to be using 1 gram of each oil. So I'm going to be using 1 gram of my peppermint oil, 1 gram of rosemary oil, 1 gram of cedarwood oil, and 1 gram of eucalyptus oil. So I'm going to be using my German Blend 2 at 2 grams as my preservative. I'm unsure how stable this emulsion is, so I'm avoiding Optifin Plus. You can also just make this as a one-time batch and use it all at once, so that will prevent you from having to use a preservative at all. All right, so blend that one final time, and then I'm going to rinse my hair with warm water and apply it for you guys. Okay, so now that we have our product made, I put it into this bottle here. Just a side note, if you have low porosity hair, I highly recommend that you always rinse your hair with warm water before applying a shampoo. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. And just like with any treatment, I'm going to focus this mainly on the scalp. Now, of course, y'all know I could not find the applicator tip to this bottle, so I found another one that fits perfectly though. So as I apply the shampoo to my hair, it has a nice like creamy or soaping effect from the stearic acid. It feels really cool going on. There's that peppermint and the eucalyptus playing a major role. It feels very stimulating and very nice. Now I will leave this on for about 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing off. Remember, this is a gentle cleanser, so you can leave it on for a few minutes and not worry about it drying out your hair. So you guys, I just want to go on a little bit and talk about some of the other benefits of Haritaki powder. Now, this is not just focused on hair, y'all, because a lot of these herbs I say have a lot of other benefits. So it's really beneficial to help lower and regulate blood sugar in the body. It is also said to help improve cognitive functioning, and it can help delay the progression of neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and dementia, and also aid in digestion, improving gut health, and helping to deal with acid reflux. So yeah, this herb has a ton of other benefits, you guys, not just by putting it on your hair, but by taking it in your body. Okay, so I'm going to leave more information and tag my other video on this and the other herbs that I talked about in this video, such as Shikakai and Neem. All right, you guys, so that's it. My shampoo is applied. I'm going to sit here for about 15 minutes. It feels really, really amazing on my hair, and I'm about to go rinse it off. All right. Okay, you guys, so I just rinsed out the shampoo, and now I'm going to show you guys how clean my scalp is. I do a little scritch test. Okay. Let's get a little side action. Okay. Let's do the other side for you too. All right. Very, very clean, y'all. So definitely try out this shampoo. I will be deep conditioning my hair, even though my hair, it feels clean, but it feels clean and moisturized, but I would still definitely use a deep conditioner, as I always do every wash day. So yeah, let me know how you guys like the cleanser once you guys try it out. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below. Now, of course, if you don't mind a little bit of herbs in your mix, you don't have to spend the time straining the herbs like I did. You'll find that the herbs become very wet and soft and easier to use. If you don't mind them in your mix, why not add them in? It can also add as a little bit of a clarifier on your roots if you use those herbs to kind of like gently cleanse your scalp off if you're having a lot of buildup. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. And now I'm gonna hop off so I can finish deep conditioning, of course, with my oat and aloe deep conditioner, which, by the way, if y'all haven't got yours, you should definitely purchase one from my website. You know, gotta throw that in there. But don't forget to subscribe, you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.